Hi. After working with thousands of students at the university level, there's one common issue that causes students not to reach their full potential academically. And this common problem is called procrastination. And it's the fact that students leave things for the last minute. And as a result of this, they end up not reaching their full potential because they're kind of doing things at the last minute and they're not able to do their best work. So what a lot of these students do is they try to fix this procrastination problem by improving their time management skills, by getting more organized, or taking on less responsibility so they can get things done. Now, the problem is that none of these things really work because procrastination is not really a time management issue, an organization issue. What it is more of an emotional problem. So in other words, what has happened is that these students who procrastinate, they have associated a lot of discomfort and pain towards starting the task, as well as associating a lot of pleasure and joy by avoiding the task. So if you're noticing that your child is not starting the things that they should, this is probably why. They've associated a lot of pain and discomfort towards starting and joy and pleasure towards avoiding the task. So what we're going to do today is we're going to actually fix this problem. And so what I have in front of me right now and what you're looking at right now is what I call a procrastination buster. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to fill this out with you, and we're going to kind of add more joy towards starting the task and more discomfort towards not starting the task. And that's how we're going to fix this problem. So let's start. So what's a typical task that students, don't want to do? So I'm going to pick something here at random. So let's just say math homework. Okay, so they don't want to do their math homework, and the fact that they're procrastinating, they probably don't feel like, doing this task. So on a scale of 1 to 10, they're probably going to be at about maybe a 2 in terms of feeling like starting this task. So what we want to do is we want to get this number higher. So we're going to increase the amount of pain and discomfort of not taking action. So maybe they'll feel more stress if they don't take action. Maybe they'll begin to feel more overwhelmed because they're going to get more homework. Maybe they're going to feel, maybe upset because their parents got mad at them. Maybe they're not going to feel very proud of themselves, right? So maybe they're going to be kind of, disappointed in themselves. So what we want to do here is we want to keep kind of adding to this list until the discomfort kind of increases. And then at the same time, what we want to do is we want to increase the pleasure and joy of actually taking the action. So maybe they're going to feel more relaxed after they've completed their math homework. Maybe they're going to feel proud of themselves. Hey, I got it done. Maybe they're going to feel like they're more responsible. Maybe they'll feel smart. Maybe they'll feel like they're in control of their days now because they've got stuff done. Maybe they have more time with their friends, right? So time with friends. So we can keep adding to this list, okay? So now, hopefully this number has gone up. So let's say they're now at an 8 out of 10. So in other words, they feel more like taking this task on, okay? Now, if they're lower than an 8, then what we want to do is we want to go back and we want to start adding to these lists even more. So now the fact that they're more excited and they've associated more pleasure towards taking this task, there's a good chance they're going to stop procrastinating. And then what we do is we just get them to write down what's the one step they'll take right now. So maybe that one step would be open their math textbook. Okay, so the key here is get them to associate a lot of pleasure towards taking the task, taking on the action, right? So doing the task, and then associate a lot of pleasure associate a lot of pain for not taking action. And eventually their emotional state will change and then they'll feel like taking action. Now, if you want a copy of this document that we just worked on, I'm happy to send it to you. It's right here. And just type in focus and I'll send it over to you. And hopefully it'll help your child reduce their procrastination problems. It might even help you reduce your procrastination problems if you have any. All right, take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.